Welcome, welcome to another episode of Glorious Life on Wheels. Did you know that according to the latest census, there are over 55 million seniors, 65 or older, living in the United States? And according to Medigap, there are over 15 million seniors at or below the poverty line living in the United States. And I personally believe that at least 1 million of them are living in RVs, trailers, vans, cars, or some other kind of mobile accommodation. Today, I'm going to address what I think are the 5 primary reasons seniors are living in poverty. And in a follow-up video, I'm going to give some ideas on what I think could be solutions to this problem. So come on, let's go discuss this silent but national disaster and disgrace. According to the federal guidelines, a person who makes more than $14,580 per year is not considered meeting the poverty guideline. Now, that means if they make more than $1,215 per month. Just to keep this in perspective, according to Forbes, the average rental price for an apartment in the United States nationwide, now there are some areas much higher and some lower, but the average is $1,372 per month. So if you're making $1,215 or below, you can't even afford to pay your rent. But this is what, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to go any further. So this gives you an idea of what seniors who are on low income are fighting against when they're trying to get assistance. Pretty crazy, huh? Anyhow, the first reason why so many seniors are at the poverty line is pretty self-evident. They simply don't have enough income coming in. And women are disproportionately impacted by this fact. Historically, women have earned less than men. And typically, you have women who are often going out of the workplace for a number of reasons, including raising families. And then when they come back into the workplace, they often stay working part-time until their children are older. Also, it's often women who will once again leave the workplace to take care of older family members or parents. So they accrue less earnings to go towards Social Security. As a result, senior women frequently have smaller Social Security checks. Also, women who are not on a job for the number of years required to accrue a retirement won't receive a pension, so that's one less source of income. Although the pensions that we used to be familiar with pretty much no longer exist except for certain governmental jobs. The second major cause of poverty among seniors is the loss of a spouse. I cannot tell you how many seniors write to me in comments or on email and tell me they have an ailing spouse and they're so afraid because they know they will not be able to make either their mortgage or their rent when their spouse passes. And my heart just goes out to them because they're terrified. Imagine if you're barely making it on 2 incomes, how you're going to make it on just 1. You know, a while back I spoke with Letty from Living Life with Letty YouTube, and she was telling me she had to sell her house. She could not afford the maintenance, the taxes, the insurance on it. I'm telling you, my insurance on my house has doubled. It's in the thousands now. It has doubled, maybe even more than doubled. And the cost of taxes is going up. So even if you had a home that's paid off, if you have a spouse that passes away, you very well may not be able to maintain that. It's getting dark outside, so I had to put on some lights in here. But the third reason that so many seniors are in poverty is the rising cost of medication and medical treatment. If you have a major illness, it can absolutely wipe you out. You could have been very prudent, very frugal, saved for years, but all it takes is one major illness and it can absolutely devastate your finances. Additionally, the cost of Medicare is going up. It went up, I think, 14.5% in 2022. It's going to go up, it's scheduled to go up similarly in 2024. And the cost of medications, let's not even get started with that. It's just absolutely outrageous. So you have more and more seniors having to choose. Should they buy medications or should they eat? Should they pay their rent or buy life-saving medications? These are some choices that no one should have to make. But these are the decisions that more and more seniors are having to make on a daily basis. The fourth cause of poverty among seniors is something I probably don't even need to hardly address, and that's inflation. If you've been to the grocery store lately, gone to fill up your gas tank, gone to renew your rental agreement, you've experienced the sting of inflation. I was in the grocery store the other day buying a jar of salsa that used to be $2.99 a jar. It's now $4.99 a jar. And everything has gone up similarly or higher. I went in to buy a sandwich from, what was it? Kentucky Fried Chicken. That sandwich used to be $3.99. Now it's $5.99. So when costs are going up 40, 50, 60% or more, and your income is going up, what, 3, 4, 5%, if that, it doesn't take long for seniors and those on fixed incomes to quickly go into a deep hole and have a hard time getting out. And the last thing, which is not something that I expected to really find when I was researching this, the fifth major reason that more and more seniors are living at or below the poverty line is debt. In one study that I read, it said that over the last few decades, senior debt, or seniors who hold debt, has nearly doubled. Another study said it has more than doubled. And then in one study I read, it said that 71% of retirees had debt that was not related to a mortgage that exceeded $19,000. This was startling to me, but I guess when you think about it, it shouldn't be, because if you are living on the edge financially, you can barely have enough to pay for rent or necessities like medication and food and fuel. Well, if something comes up, like a transmission goes out, or you have a medical procedure, or something else comes up, you're going to have to use credit cards. And more seniors who I'm meeting on the road are living off of credit cards to a great extent. The one thing that became abundantly clear as I was doing research for this video is that we have more and more seniors that are in need of help, and we're not doing a good job in providing that assistance to them. If you have suggestions as to what you think may be an answer or would help, could you put it in the comments? If you have ideas that you think of programs we should implement, would you put that in the comments? Or if you just want to share your experiences too. I'm going to do a follow-up video, and I'm going to offer some suggestions that I think would help seniors in need and that I think we should implement and do right away. I will also include a couple of suggestions from some experts. I'm not an expert, so I'm going to include some expert suggestions. But if you like this video and want more like it, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, what the heck? Become a Globie and hit that subscribe button and get notifications on all the great content videos coming up. May your journeys be filled with joy and blessings, and I will see you next time.